Hello and welcome to Pause the Vows. We're on episode 33 and it's the final commitment ceremony. I had to double check then, make sure it was the right one.
Yeah,
It's the final commitment ceremony with the experts before final vows comes next week.
yes, John, bit of a foul.
What makes you say that?
We'll talk about that.
Okay, well, yeah, for me it was pretty much what I expected. Philip and Stella, things are going really good.
The flying,
I have nothing else to say.
yeah, I mean, he has made up his mood.
Yeah, they've decided,
Stella's
haven't
place,
they?
like, yeah, it's solid, so he's happy. He had to give up his YouTube strong guy persona because he didn't have a take
A
at the
tequila.
wedding. Yeah, it was a
Oh,
part
yeah,
of, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because he was so strong and in his
Oh my
ways,
goodness.
and for him to actually give in, and it's his feminine side, I guess, because he has
What thing?
like maturity out of all the guys. Guess this man kind of emotional, but I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Doing better than I expected from the start. And Rachel and Stephen, I thought that was really sweet. They're both in a place. They're both like feeling they could fall in love with each other. Pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with everything. I just don't understand why people worried about strong couple status.
What do you
Every time
why?
they talk about, every time you see a couple in their private, in oh, we are the strongest couple in the in the MAFS. Even if you are six, does it really matter? Because you either get lucky or not. It's nothing to do with where you are at the top. Because in this experiment, except Philip and Stella, maybe Rachel and Steven, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maths generally people focus much on who's the strongest couple rather than what can strengthen
Well, you know,
people.
talking about after the
Yeah.
dinner party, and you know what? Maths created this the show. We love the show.
Oh
The
yeah.
very concept, pairing people that have issues and then produce drama from it, and we like it. I mean, we love Philip and Stella, but we won't be watching it of them. Like,
Well, yeah, they can't just focus like quite a lot on a couple. Don't really have a lot to work through and don't really have many otherwise like just be boring. No one would watch.
yeah, and we watch it whether it
Yeah.
is conflict between a husband or two wives, two husbands. I mean, we loved watching the show where brides kind of cheated. It was couple of shows, so we love all that. For them, create a show like After Party and then try to kind of absolve themselves of their guilt.
Yeah.
I didn't actually like that. The way they are throwing back and yeah, did they do it? They did it, but that's the that's on the showing it. But like you are a good employee, you understand what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought could have while had a show, maybe not four couples
In what?
in one having.
Oh, sorry, I think I was following. We were talking. I moved on to talking the entire season.
Yeah, apparently that's what it feel like.
Okay, let's try and stay on track then. Next
Yeah.
couple, Sam and Chris. I don't really know what point they're thinking about them. They're done.
I mean that done is just the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah.
The only thing that Chris how easy it is for him to set the narrative and turn the group against him, and this is not something somebody has done once. It is what Juliet has done. We have seen,
Right.
and then we have seen who is that Stalker? No Stalker,
Who?
the one who stalks Stalker.
Oh, who
Yeah,
admitted she would stalk people.
yeah, she also did the same thing. It's just, what is this? And it's at this point you cannot trust anyone. You,
Yeah, I guess
but also you need to.
you've got to. I think it's at some point you've just got to try and trust her. But anyway, I'm sorry. I think I'm strong today. You've lost me. What's that got to do, with Chris?
The way Chris threw Sam under the bus at the dinner party, like he came first and he set a narrative. Apparently, it was Gia who kind of.
Yeah, but they both technically threw each other under the bus. They both had their own, and from what we've seen on the after the dinner party, it turns out that they're both just as bad as each other in terms of how low they both went. Talking about good luck to them both in this part. See ya from the show. Bye.
Yeah, and we talk about.
Well, how about Alyssa and David? Now, it's interesting how we've said a lot for a while now, how they've not really had anything, not really anything to talk about. And then this episode, final commitment ceremony. And before the commitment ceremony started, it showed David and Alyssa in their apartment talking, and Alyssa, no, chatting away about something and all their worries, and David keeps trying to say something away, and then he again goes to say something else. Like the poor guy can't get a word in edgeways, and then she keeps talking, and then goes, but I can't get a word in edgeways. I can't say anything. You won't let me say anything. So fucking oblivious.
Oh shit. And I don't know. Appreciated David and Alyssa because they both came on the TV show. They both kind of understood each other, whether they talked directly or not. I think the way Alicia talks, it will be very indirect. The way she talks about Mondo.
Yeah, possibly.
They came here, sure, with that agreement.
Do you
We
think
don't
so?
have, yeah, we have until now one couple. I mean, one person, to Rebecca and Stephen, Gia and Scott,
Yeah.
Danny and Beck. Apparently, Beck is married to two friends, romantic, and Danny manipulative with Beck. She's one, both are manipulators. One night during whatever showing, she listens, she just talks. Haven't had her actually listen, and it's always some.
It's always Alyssa talking.
Yeah, me. I mean, the way so proud of Big and see the thing. I have shown than her.
Yeah.
So the she has this very oblivious worldview. Matt
From
David.
the street.
When I mean from the streets, I don't mean homeless, but I mean somebody like maybe a family lover, work, live life through. I
Right.
think the karma.
Maybe he's just a generally pretty laid back, chilled guy. And then, like he said during the final commitment ceremony, he's learned that in order to maintain peace and avoid having lots of arguments, gotta sit back and be quiet.
Yeah, I don't. That's his behavior or matter. You have to. And
Yeah, but
to be
if
on
we
the
put
show,
aside the fame, not really being able to voice many of his own, and like he demonstrated to the ex, if he wants to try and have a constructive conversation, as soon as she gets frustrated and then shuts him down the time and effort to stand.
yeah. But when do you think he would have? Maybe in first 2 weeks that she will
Yeah.
never listen. She could
Well,
have brought the issue. This is what I'm
they
talking
both
about.
could have brought it up a lot,
Yeah, but why? Because they don't want.
but they could have stayed on the show if they'd worked on.
Yeah, but don't want to fix it. I mean, shit. Can you see Alicia listening to anything other than her own voice and whatever resonates with her ideal version?
Well, I stick with it that they could, whether they want to or not, to different question.
Yeah, but if somebody pushes it, the other person.
Maybe, but ultimately, if they want to be on the show, then
No, you cannot control what the other person action is. So,
no. But David and Alyssa, if they decided they wanted to stay on the, if they are both, they both would more than likely.
no, what you don't understand is how the you will stay. I understand. How do you know how David, who is like has more to lose than
How do you know? Because she talked about what got her at. That he doesn't have any.
no, I'm not him having money or not coming from humble broad. I don't
Right.
know whether he's for him where her the
But
way she suddenly says, let's go out and sleep.
yeah,
And
but
he
she also.
yeah,
So I don't
but
really get what.
no, but from David's side, it doesn't. If she will snap because
What do you mean?
and leave the show, you understand? We are talking very snap. Have you not?
Yeah, no, it was just the expressions. Okay.
I actually do not remember any English vocabulary. It just comes up sometimes, and I make mistakes like the words. Yeah. So I'm guessing he held back for 7 or 8 weeks of the experiment, and he's like, "Good, I'm going to take. You're going to pay back for what you did for the last 7 weeks to me."
You think so? You think it's just him being a bit.
Of he is. I don't know. There is something about him. Even the times he should get angry, composed.
Yeah, he is very composed most of.
Yeah, and what do you compose this evil manipulative person working in the shadow? That's why they don't have to show up the anger.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I don't. I'm not saying he's evil or anything. I'm just saying that
Potential
this
for
is
anybody.
this is two manipulators who are having this battle, and Alicia she thought is like smartest in her own head. the world revolves around Alicia and everything.
He made sure that he could raise what he wanted to raise.
Bad because
She keeps cutting him off. And good on him though for finally,
it's not because if
finally,
he
like at last.
no, this is a nature of experiment. If you want to, you bring up the issue, like you discover the issue each other,
Yeah,
but neither of them anything. I mean, she never came to experts and said anything else other than he's a calm to storm and she's, but she never showed the camera, or she might have the edit.
I don't know. It's like she's been focused so much on appearances, hasn't she, than reality.
Yeah, because in her head, if I could actually speculate,
Yeah.
I am by being Grace Fair or rich tycoon who will slide into her DMs. I'm guessing that, or a career if it's not a rich tycoon, like showing her skills rather than.
Do you think she was hoping for someone different? Do you think she was hoping to bag?
I don't think so, because she must have known that. I'm sure she was hoping that,
Yeah.
but I think she was naive because she
Well, I
knows.
didn't say naive. I said hoping for.
Yeah, yeah, of course. 100% will go ahead and have this wonderful intention of a life. Maybe a show like Molly.
What, like a reality TV show just for her?
Yeah, she loves the spotlight.
Yeah, but let's face it. I don't think she's. I don't think anyone's that interested in Alyssa that they'll let her have a show all of her own. That's a bit much.
Yeah, but I'm talking about her alter ego. What is she saying? What it must have said to her, because for you to really think that you can go an entire show just by acting like one of the reality shows or news anchor, they have a very certain pitch and way of talking. It's almost like you're playing a role rather.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I don't believe she's been 100% herself the whole time. I think part of her's been playing. Do you not think so?
Yeah, and everything will come out. It's one of the, that's one of the very good thing about the maps.
Yeah.
They bring things out about something that we all have. Everybody loves to blame Becca and Gia,
Yeah.
but how many are like really Stella? Like very, very few.
Yeah. Few and far between, definitely.
Even on the show, if you see Mel, Juliet, Becca, Gia, Brooke, we
Yeah.
are talking about more who are like Gia rather than Estella. And we cannot deny that.
Yeah. I think I get what you mean. And then, yeah, I don't really have anything much more to say about those two. And then it's Gia and Scott. Oh,
Clock.
Danny's got away with her.
Yeah, and for the first time, I'm praising John. He's like
Wait. You can't praise John unless you give him.
John the useless expert, because if he is like this in the first or second or third dinner party, it would be different. What is the point of having this penultimate show? Like, okay, I know how to react. It's just that I don't act because it's the job.
No, I disagree. I get that he should have been pulled up on stuff earlier, but you can't go, oh, well, he finally did something great. John finally did something great. And then also call him useless.
Yeah, because
Anyway,
it's when it is, I don't know, when the patient is about kind of, I don't know, die, you come up with a diagnosis. What's the point?
trying to reveal everything, try to carry on, hold it up, and keep up the pretense that everything's great and he really likes. But actually, he's got to this point and he can't maintain it any longer. John's finally seen it all and just made him expose himself really. Because Beck was voicing, wasn't she, that she's worried that Danny's not really into her and he's this and he's that. And she initiates all the affection. So John was trying to get him voice how he feels, how he thinks what he does might make Beck feel. And he just gave a load of unconvincing waffle, fake apology, and promised to do better.
And Dan Barry, I don't know why he came to, because he's a good looking guy and acting his.
I personally don't think he's a good actor, but I'll run with that one.
For this man to have no feelings towards this woman from the very second day, and then to be on the show, and at some point almost convinced that they might actually be a couple, they might end up, while it just, I don't think it's easy, because Whenever you see Elisa acts, but she's not good at it. This fella acts, he just pushes things a lot sometimes. So that's why who is like he lives with the
With the month that was
mantra what works.
mantra of what
Yeah,
word?
yeah, very utilitarian mindset. He just, I don't know, some of the things he did, like writing those notes,
Other
those,
post.
yeah,
Yeah,
some of are like,
keep her happy.
yeah, can anybody do that without actually feeling?
Yeah, okay, I get what you.
Yeah, I don't know. Today it came to a point we have understood that Danny actually put a lot of back held on to.
He's put a lot of effort into maintaining the facade of her.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we're just complimenting him on main relationship
yeah, it is all fake, and Beck kind of finally has told about like how he would not confirming ceremony,
commitment.
commitment ceremonies, yeah, like and the way like he never initiates affection and he doesn't like to hold hands in public. I don't know, like she told a lot of those things.
Yeah, it makes it pretty bad.
Yeah, that is why he is able to kind of play the role because she let him get away with, and maybe.
Well, yeah, that's probably very likely as well. And finally, we've got Scott Gia. I can't believe how scared Scott seems about saying anything and speaking up against Gia. Bloody petrified, the poor fella.
Yeah, he is petrified, and it's just Gia doesn't like to take any criticism. The world revolves around Gia and her the same as Alicia. They have different fighting styles though.
Yeah,
Gia just, and also Scott is not really a good, how do you say, husband material.
right. How so?
He's a bloody pushover.
He doesn't want the conflict.
Imagine there is no show and he's dating in real life. Somebody will walk over this man again and again like road
Yeah, he does.
roller.
He does describe himself as a people pleaser. There's a difference, though, I think, between being a people pleaser and allowing yourself to be a pushover.
Yeah, what David did is he held back. If it is outside the show, he would have put Alicia down like in 2 3 days. But this is the show, he had to. He sucked it up. But Scott seems like just a pushover. I don't know what his insecurities are.
I don't know, but he has let himself be a doormat, just let her get away with all kinds. And considering he says like he doesn't like drama, and in his words, in the real world, he wouldn't tolerate something like that. Well, he's tolerated a hell of a lot, so I'm thinking he probably would put up with it in the real world because he'd just be
Yeah,
too scared to.
I think he would tolerate much more in the real world
Yeah,
because there would be nobody giving, I don't know, advice or kind of a reflection back.
yeah.
He's some, I mean, Gia, you can understand. Scott, what is he so petrified of? He got.
What has she got on him? I don't think she's necessarily got anything on him. I'm just maybe he's so terrified to say anything because bitch to him in private. I think she's been very, very careful with what she's shown on camera and what she hasn't. And one of the things that she's tried to keep hidden is probably how Scott. We've only seen that glimpse, haven't we, of the behind the scenes retreat where she was like, "Oh, I'll talk to you off camera," and where she stormed out multiple huge eye. And that's just part of her manipulating, being dramatic, throwing herself around a bit as to get her own way, cause upset to Scott. We've not seen of her shouting at him or anything like that that might.
Yeah, shouting and other forms as big of an abuse as make.
Yeah,
Scott is afraid of and that stronger, not bigger than him. There is
yeah.
nothing that should say that they be petrified, but Gia knows. She knows all the right buttons, everyone except Beck. Beck somehow kind of fights back.
I don't know. Do you think Beck is not scared of,
No,
or do
she
you
stood up.
think?
She's the only one that stood up. Everyone else either caved in or I don't know became dormant to Gia, but Becky is the only one that stood up and
Yeah, I just
successfully.
wonder if it's a case that Beck is actually afraid of Gia and would rather be on the same side as her, but unfortunately screwing up and pissing off Gia or something else. I don't know.
No, I mean they have
But
this
she's so
soulmate.
desperate for approval, Beck, that she would rather be his friend than.
Yeah, Beck doesn't want to be enemy ex. Yes.
Yeah, but we've seen how she sucks up to Gia sometimes as well. So
Everybody sucks up to Gia. It's just not back.
yeah, I know. But when Brooke left, we
Yeah,
saw how Gia then allowed Beck to be the biggest suck up at the same time she was sucking up to Beck and like best mates and all of that. So I'm wondering if I don't know, maybe they're frenemies, maybe they're friends and enemies, and the good is just as important as the bad.
maybe they are, but it's Gia. Gia comes to you and lays a hand on your back. You would suck up to her too. She has these approval things or
Yeah,
validation things. Everyone sucks up to Gia. Not.
weird.
It's just that only Beck. And the great thing what I have seen is Gia has thrown Juliet under the bus a
Mhm.
couple of times before the ceremony thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now we've seen some more from the behind all of that. I think it looks a bit more like Gia was obviously leading Juliet down the garden path, just spinning her, getting her on side with one thing. He was then with the opposite person, in them a different tale. So she really tried to keep Juliet on side and keep her as an ally whilst actively working against, she's
But
very,
still,
very manipulative.
yeah, but Juliet doesn't care. This is like Stockholm syndrome on national TV. What else do we have? Scott finally spoke up.
I think it was interesting, the episode overall, because the longer couch sessions, Danny, Scott, because they finally about stuff.
Well, for me, it was David finally put.
Oh.
Yeah, he's coming out on top. You might have been to 20 countries, be a nice social media influencer and everything, but you are no match for a man from the streets, Alyssa.
Is that what he's saying about himself, or is that what his rap career is saying about himself?
That's what I'm saying about him. And
Okay.
Danny, you got a good edit. You got lucky because Beck
Yeah.
kind of tolerated all your lackiness, which you hide behind. Like you're not romantic, you're romantic when you want to be.
Well, if Beck wasn't such a fuck up in the show, constantly, they'd have highlighted more of his misgivings and failings.
I don't know. He's so, how do you say, bothered about how he's coming across.
Yeah.
I don't think there would be much misgivings or fuck ups irrespective of, because it is back we actually get his fuck ups more. Like he doesn't care who with whoever he has to be on the
Oh
show.
god.
It's nice to see casting couch on show. Yeah, and for him to, I don't know, I don't know if he actually could, if he has an internal compass. Like, he doesn't lead his life by values, his life utilitarianism, like what is the most efficient, what is the best
Yeah.
way, what is the most profitable. These are the things that he said, and he avoids any kind of conflict because he's a scared cow.
Scared cat.
Yeah, he can put all the bravado, but he's a bloody scared cow. If there is any conflict thing happening, he'll be the first guy to piss in his pants.
Oh god. I don't know. Depends. If it's his partner, he'll make sure he's ride or die first.
Yeah, my ass. That's what I'm talking about. He doesn't operate value. He doesn't operate from values at what is the best. How do I profit? How do cut the loss? A business is nothing about. Is it good? Because back is good for whatever misgivings are from both Scott and Gia, where one side tilted.
Yeah.
I see back and it's just Danny wants. He would use his.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
He'd probably prefer to just marry someone wealthy, not be a kept man. Who would say that was very demasculating. Get that the word,
yeah,
but we'll put that aside.
yeah,
And just pretend his real estate business, mummy being his wife.
yeah.
Probably
He's
an older woman, actually. Imagine him going for a cougar. He seems the type.
he might be.
A wealthy cougar seems to fit him, actually. I'm surprised I didn't think of that sooner.
Yeah, and I think that's about it. I am
Yeah.
actually how it kind of plots.
Yeah.
Alicia has a comeback because it has so much flex.
Yeah.
I don't know what she meant. Like I went to 20 countries. I don't know what kind of flex it is. Like
I don't know. Like, I think she's just trying to compare for no real reason. Like, oh, I've been to these. Okay, well, what if it turns out that David has been to 6 countries, but they're like the 6 countries that the majority of people in the world would want to go to the most, but don't really have the opportunity to. You know, like one person's flex is another person's fuck off.
I mean,
Like, who cares?
I don't understand because I don't see the wisdom in you. Because
Yeah,
it's one of those things. I have met people that read a lot of books, quite not wise or smart.
yeah.
They just read books because I don't know, they are stories. They are bored. I don't know. It's culture like British culture. A lot of people read books, but does that mean more people are wise? I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend what you're listening to and reading.
Yeah, and I'm like,
It doesn't even translate necessarily.
yeah, she's like, I have been to 20 countries. Why? What
Yeah,
is it about? You probably went, you probably stayed in a hotel, you got 5 or 6 Instagram reels, TikToks, whatever
yeah.
you do, had party, ate it. I don't see her being a person who would go to a local market and taste.
Maybe she's the kind of person that's like, I've been to 20 countries, but each one of those 20 countries, she's just gone on like a package holiday. She's gone to the airport, the tour operated flight, tour operated transfer, tour operator selected and curated hotel, where she's had everything catered throughout it without having to leave the hotel at all. You know, most hotels will have a themed night. So, like, if it's Turkey, they'll have like a Turkish belly dancing night or something like that. That's how you supposedly get your exposure to culture without leaving the hotel. And then you just get on the same tour operator bus back to the airport and fly home after a week or whatever. Like, yes, I've had local food. No, I'm not sure that counts because it was just like buffet restaurant in the hotel, your tacos. So it's not like going to an actual street stand or, like you say, visiting a local market and that kind. Just because it's provided for you at the hotel doesn't.
Yeah, and how many countries have?
Me, I don't know. It'd take me a while to count. It'd be less than 20, but
I think it's 15.
I don't know. The only way for me to spend the time and actually do it is to sit and pause the recording.
Yeah, but I don't know what it because she's not a vandal. I don't know her voice, her a catalog picture made made in an airport. She made it sound like she's this huge star.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I've had these successful campaigns and stuff." But in the grand scheme of things, they're probably small campaigns.
Yeah, and she has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Getting ready and
she's probably got management that do it all for her. So,
yeah,
what does she do besides show up? Probably not much.
yeah.
Is she actually an influencer? I've never looked her up on the media to see like how many followers.
I don't know either.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, does she actually do something in order to then have got management, got these gigs, or what? Who knows?
Yeah,
Never
because
mind.
catalog models I can see actors credit and all,
Yeah.
but catalog models claiming credit for campaign for which is a bit too extreme.
Yeah, I saw a video a few days ago of some of the MAFS stars where where they've been before they were on the show, and like Brooke was positioning herself, wasn't she? Like, oh, I'm a model, I'm a supermodel, blah blah blah. She did a shoot for Kmart, you know, which I'm not a model. It might be a good thing, but it's Kmart. It's not like it's fucking Michael Kors or something like that. Like she would love it to be.
A Kmart model. My god, does Chris know this? Because she had the attitude of a model.
She had the attitude of like high end.
Yeah, like somebody who might have done walked on ramps in fashion or
If she's walked the catwalks in Milan, she walked the ones for Kmart first.
yeah, and also Danny saying he is a millionaire or something, and then
Yeah, Beck spent all of it for them.
yeah,
That's not very emasculating, is it? I would have thought you'd find that
it doesn't.
emasculating, having her pay for everything.
No, I understand Danny. I kind of typed into he doesn't
Which is interesting for someone that spouts about values all the time.
because that's how his persona is created. Everybody has a persona that they create themselves, and he kind of likes to flex, saying, "I have these values that were a boy."
Boy. I'll be interested to see the next few episodes before Final Vows. I don't know what they call it. Some of them are meeting their alternate match, aren't they?
Yeah, and they are doing it in like more like a group fashion rather
Are
than
they? I didn't spot that bit.
it used to be individual fashion, like they would meet each
Oh,
other
yeah, I
in a
think I get what you
pub.
mean. Yeah,
Now it is something like all of them, it's like a dinner party with,
which is interesting because you get more gossip partners about other people.
oh, there is no need for that because they are shooting it and showing it to the partners.
Well, yeah, but there'll be things that they won't show the partner, or even that wasn't that people will talk about. Oh, after filming finished, to that kind of thing. That usually happens. Usually find out things.
Yeah, it might be, but let's see.
Shall see. And with that, that's the end of the show.
It is the end of the show. Bye.
Bye.